The measure of one of the small angles of a right triangle is 3 more than 2 times the measure of the smallest angle of the triangle. Find the measure of both angles. Now we have a right triangle, and that's what I drew here. Right triangle meaning one of the angle is 90 degrees. They want us to find the measure of the small angles, and that is these two angles. Okay, now I'm going to name x, I'm going to let x be the measure of the smallest angle. So here's the smallest angle, this is x, and y will be the larger angle. And this is the largest, the 90-degree angle. Okay, so we need to find x and y. Now they gave me one in terms of the other. If you read the very first sentence, it says, the measure of one of the small angles, one of these, is 3 more than 2 times the measure of the smallest angle. So they are talking about this angle, because they told me it is 3 more than 2 times the smallest angle. This is the smallest angle. So this angle that I called y, so y is 3 more than 2 times the measure of the smallest angle. Then 2 times x. Remember, x is the measure of the smallest angle. So here is my first equation. Now I need another equation. So what do I have to do? They didn't give me anything else other than that. But I do know one thing. I do know that the measures of all the angles of a triangle, the sum of all the angles must be equal to 180. So this plus this plus this must be 180. But this one we already know is 90. So that leaves these two angles. The sum of these two angles must be 90. So x plus y must be equal to 90. And here I set up the system of linear equation. You can solve for x and y any way you want. You may want to use the elimination method or the substitution method. If you want to use the elimination method, you're going to have to subtract 2x on both sides. You need to align, you need to make each equation in the form of ax plus by equals c in standard form. Or you can use the substitution method, and that's what I'm going to do. Because I have y equal to this expression, 2x plus 3. I can replace y in the second equation with 2x plus 3. So here's my first equation, here's my second equation. So let's go ahead and solve using the substitution method. So using the substitution method, two becomes x plus y. Y is 2x plus 3. So I replace this y with 2x plus 3 equal to 90. If you notice, now I'm left with an equation with only one unknown, and that is x. So let's go ahead, combine like terms. X plus 2x gives me 3x, and then you bring down the plus 3 equal to 90. And now you're going to have to subtract 3 on both sides, and that would give you 87. So 3x, this cancels, equal to 87. Now solving for x, again you have to divide by 3, and then this gives you x equal to 29. So that means x, which is the smallest angle, is 29 degrees. So I solved for one of the angles. I need to solve for the other angle. I can use this formula, or I can use this equation or this equation. I'm going to go ahead and choose one. So what do I get? I have y equal 2x plus 3. Now I'm replacing x with 29. 2 times 29 plus 3. And if you do the math, that should give you 61 degrees. So y is 61 degrees. The smallest angle is 29 degrees. The larger angle is 61 degrees, and the largest angle is 90 degrees. So the smallest angle, let me write it down, is 29 degree. The other angle, or the larger angle, is 61 degrees. And keep in mind, they're not asking me for this, but you may want, if you want to write the largest angle is 90 degrees also, you can do that.